What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles View channel. Today is another episode of Way Back Wednesday, and what we're going to cover today is 2014. Now, if you paid attention to the 2014 World Championship, you know it was dominated by Frizzy Genesis. Everywhere, right? And then you start looking at U.S. Nationals, right? The big deck was Pyro. Pyro came out of nowhere. It did great things. It ended up being Landy Garbodor Raichu would win at U.S. Nationals. But what we're going to look at today is actually top 16. And the reason why is because Flygon. This was probably Frizzy Genesis was my favorite deck, but in 2014, I think that Flygon was definitely my second favorite deck with the Sand Slam ability. So today we're going to look at this. It's going to be Henry Pryor versus Daryl, and Henry is playing Flygon, and Daryl is actually playing Eviltal, Darkrai. Now, Eviltal was one of the best decks during that time. Eviltal, Darkrai, Garbodor is very, very strong. And today we'll see how Henry can take down this deck and what Flygon really did, because there's really no other videos of Flygon that I can really find on the internet. Let me know if you can find any other Flygon videos. I'm down. And if there's a certain match you want me to cover, that certain deck, let me know as well too. I'm down to cover pretty much anything. So let's see some Flygon versus Eviltal. And so yeah, I'm excited to revisit this game. I haven't seen this in such a long time. Oh man. And this is like the power of like stage 1 or stage 2 decks versus big bases, which is still a thing to this day. So we start with Shelmet, we have Duskull, we have Evital, Darkrai, and we're going to see is Tropical Beach. Tropical Beach lets you have 7 cards in your hand, your turn ends. We see an Ultra Ball, discarding 2, going to get any card out of your deck. And let's see what Henry decides to get. Now, Evital does 20 times the amount of energy attached to both Pokemon, while Cyclone does 90, move energy from the active to the bench. That Darkrai has a Dark Cloak, going to give free retreat if a Dark Energy is attached. And we see good old Trapinch. Trapinch is, oh, there's Evo. There we go. You can't see it. Hold on, let's see if I can move my screen just a little bit. There we go. That's the big one. I don't know where to put the cameras at this time. Sorry, apologize. Alright, so looks like we see so actually we see a DC attachment and an end being played. Both players are going to shuffle up, and then we see a Tropical Beach going to draw to have 7 cards in your hand and your turn ends. So we see double Trapinch comes down. We see an Ultra Ball discarding Colress. It's something else. I'm not sure what card. Oh, an N. Okay. So Colress and N being discarded. And I imagine Daryl, if he's got Trubbish, we should see Garbodor come down. Because I think that's probably what you want to do. But I don't know if he actually plays Garbodor in this deck, because Garbodor is definitely the key factor. So we see Keldeo EX come down. Now, Keldeo has a Russian ability, right? You can rush in, and then you can put a Flowstone on, give that free retreat, or put a Dark Energy on and have free retreat as well. We see a Muscle Band to do additional 20 damage, and in both players are going to shuffle up, pretty much negate that Tropical Beach, and they receive the Russian Keldeo. Maybe we just get rid of my video. Yeah, whatever. We'll keep this right now. We can see the cards and stuff. Why not? Alright, so see Keldeo come down. We pause in and stuff when we need to. But if you were where I went, I turned the camera off so we can see better. So let's spend. We should get Tropical Beach. And so this is very interesting. There is a Trubbish in here. So Daryl could have gone for this play. He could have probably went for the Garbodor play, but opted not to. For an interesting to point that out. But we do see Henry does have that at Selgar. Selgar has duck and cover. It does 50, and your opponent's active is now poisoned and paralyzed, right? And what's going to happen is Daryl's going to be able to rush in and retreat with this Keldeo. And I think this is the reason why he opted not to go for the Garbodor. Because if you have Garbodor line, you can't rush in retreat. And that is a really big deal. And we'll go over that here in a little while. Well, it's a big deal. So Henry is going to put down the DCE, Selgar. We're going to see Skyla. Going to search his deck for any trainer card. Let's see what he decides to get. Could get Rare Candy if he's got, if he's got Flygon in hand. Looks like he's going to get Rare Candy. Now, this is going to be Rare Candy Dusknoir or Rare Candy Flygon. Let's see. Rare Candy into Flygon. The Sand Slammer will come down. And so what we're going to see is actually just going to treat in just Tropical Beach. And what this allows Henry does is to set up more. Because, yes, Henry could have deck and cover, did 50, paralyzed and poison the Evital, but that Keldeo is just going to, rush in, retreat, and then Evital is going to start swinging to that Flygon. So we don't want to see that. And what's going to happen? That Sand Slammer is going to activate, start putting 10 damage on all these Pokemon. And that's what we see right now. Now, Darryl does have a letter. Okay, so you can grab 2 Dark Energies. Very nice. Maybe find some Ultra Ball. Can rush in, Dark Patch, attach to Dark Energy. It's starting to do some damage to that Flygon. So there's a Dark Energy attachment. Laser. I'm going to poison it and tells it is just poison. If you don't know, laser cells flip a coin of heads. They active Pokemon asleep. But regardless, it is poisoned. And you see a core. It's going to shuffle in and get 5 cards. Goes 3 over here and 2 on this side. So that's pretty nice. And we do see a Douse Machine. He can start attacking. It does do 60, 80 right now. And I think that's what we're going to see. 80 and then plus poison is going to be up to 90. And that Sand Slammer, once again, kicking in, doing 10 damage to everybody. All right, so let's see what Henry has. He's got a Megaphone. Getting rid of that double Floatstone and double Muscle Band. Does have Douse Machine, so he can get back that later if he needs to. What he really needs is maybe a Lysander to bring up this guy and then go for a deck and cover. That's definitely the game plan. But what Henry really needs is, you know, another like a Vibrava, right? The stage 1. A Rare Candy Flygon. A Shelmet so he can keep that lock if he needs to. We do see he does have a Shelmet. If he has a Floatstone, he could retreat and duck and cover, but then you're going to pretty much lose that Floatstone. So we're going to see a Love Ball. This might grab Vibrava here. Let's see what he decides to get. No, maybe just get another Trapinch. Maybe he doesn't have their Vibrava in the deck. So you know the Trapinch is going to come down. That Sand Slammer is going to keep on, you know, stacking damage. I mean, there's 2 on each one of these Pokemon right now. See, Henry's got another Shelmet. That's very nice. Got a Floatstone on the bench, Trapinch. We're going to Tropical Beach. Once again, just preserving resources, because if he attach the Floatstone up here, that Floatstone's going to get knocked out. And Henry only plays 3 or 4 of those, depending on the situation. That Flygon will get knocked out this turn. We do see DC going to the active. And we see it in both players once again will shuffle up and get 6 new cards. And I imagine Henry's really looking for more Flygon, because next turn, we will not have a turn of Sand Slammer. Right now, we do have 90 damage on the field. So Darryl's going to be, you know, not really bench Pokemon that he doesn't want to. And then we see the Y Cyclone going to do 100 damage at 90, and then the Poison doing 100. We do see a Silver coming up. Once again, no Flygon this turn. And we see a Skyla. And it looked like he did have a Flygon in his hand. So we'll see a Rare Candy. And we'll see a Rare Candy Flygon most likely come out. There we go. We see a Love Ball, probably grabbing a Shelmet and a Silgor. No, going to get Dusclops, okay? They would see another Love Ball, and they would see a Vibrava actually coming onto the field. So we have Flygon, Vibrava, we got a Silgor line kicking in, got the Dusclops, just slowly setting up on Henry's side. And there we see the first deck and cover. So that Pokemon is now poisoned, paralyzed, and yeah, just poisoned, paralyzed. And it does 50 plus poison 10, and then plus the Sand Slammer 10. So you have to make sure all this math is getting correct, because there's a lot of damage happening right now. But like I said, that Keldeo can rush in now and pretty much get rid of that paralyzation and poison. And see if Darryl can find a way to one-shot this Flygon. It has 140 HP. Pretty big deal for Stage 2 back then. That's a lot of damage. We do see the laser. See if he stays asleep or not. And in heads. So that Flygon is asleep, which could be a big deal if Henry flips tails. We see a Dark Energy on that Keldeo. Keldeo's going to be able to rush in and retreat. And we do see a discarding of the Dark Patch, which is very, not very good for Darryl. But he does have, he needs a Muscle Band, I'm pretty sure, to take a knockout. They receive a Big City Gym. Looks like he does have Dowsing Machine. And we see Dowsing Machine, okay. And I imagine this is going to grab a Muscle Band. And what he can do now is go for that, the Y Cyclone attack. It does 90. And then Poison 10 plus Verbeck is 120. Plus the Muscle Band is 140. So this will be enough to one-shot that Flygon. As we do usually rush in and they retreat. And we will see the Evoltal take a knockout here. They receive Bite, going to draw a couple more. Once again, not utilizing that Garbodor, saying, you know, I really don't need this. And so what's happening is, since the Poison was between phases, right? That means Sand Slammer still got to hit. So that is a very good thing to note, because it's in between turns. So Sand Slammer got to take a hit, and so did the Poison. So that's why these Pokemon did take 10 damage, if you're wondering of why those took 10. Now, if you were to take an immediate knockout, they would not take the 10 damage. So this Poison is during checkup phase. So we see Douse Machine. Gonna get. I think I'm pretty sure that's correct. That's like the correct terminology. I know if something is poisoned and get knocked out, the Sandstorm effect does go off. So that is something important to note if you do start to play these decks. We do see a Flygon. He does have an Ultra Ball, but I don't think Henry's got enough damage on the field right now to take a knockout. So see what Henry decides to do here. I wonder how many lasers in Daryl's discard pile. That could be a big deal. There's no tropical beach, so Henry can't use beach this turn. Unless we see an Ultra Ball. Could grab Dust okay. So I mean there's 110, 106. So there's enough to knock out the Keldeo this turn, which could be the big point here. We're gonna see the damage being moved. We're gonna see the deck and cover, and that gets knocked out from the Sand Slammer, and this is going to take 90 altogether. And that poison as well from Rig City Gym is going to help, which is pretty cool. So now Daryl no longer has Keldeo. There's no more Russian retreat. So we see a Dark Energy attach, maybe not. So does Daryl play 2 Keldeos? That could be the big difference here. So you see a DC go to the Darkrai, and we see a pass taking additional damage from the Sand Slammer, from the poison. Like I said, there's a lot happening here. You got to remember, including the additional Verbeek City GM damage now, too. So let's see what Henry has here. Now, he does have an additional, 30, 40 damage just from the poison. So we see an Ultra Ball. We're going to grab Mewtwo. Okay, all right. So that poison's got to stay. We got to make sure we have that poison. And I imagine we'll see the damage move from the Yveltal to the Darkrai to take a knockout this turn. We'll see Henry do the math real quick. So we're seeing him just, move the dice from counter now. So we're going to see a pass. Takes a knockout. Poison kicks in plus Sand Slammer. Now, does Daryl have a laser? And we do have a laser. So we'll take a knockout this turn. On that Flygon. See a Bike drawn up to 4. Dark Patch to the Yveltal. And we're going to see a Y Cyclone here. Going to knock out that Flygon. So yeah, that will take damage. Okay, and there we see he has an X. All right, but Henry had the DCE. I don't know how many DCEs he played in that deck. Oh man, did he have it in hand? Did he have 0 card hand and draw? I'm not sure. Can we rewind it just back a little bit? Let's see here. So when he plays the Mewtwo, I'm like 99% sure he doesn't have any cards. Right? Yeah, he doesn't have any cards in hand right now. Yeah, there's no cards. So did he draw that DC off the price cards? Oh, I'm pretty sure that's what we saw. Holy, that is insane. Yeah, because the poison, stuff like that. 20, 40, 60. So we remove the DCE. Poison, plus all that stuff. Yeah, it's 110. Yeah. And then he had the DC in hand. Oh my goodness, that is your card hand. And got it off the prize cards. Look at Clay. Proud of you, Clay. Clay's a Memphis TO, so local TO. But yeah, that was very exciting. That was a very cool game to see. Like I said, most people might argue, why doesn't Daryl put down Garbodor, right? Why don't we see Garbodor come down? Because Garbodor in the end would hurt Daryl more, I think. Not be able to rush and retreat, it could be a very big deal. And it's definitely what we saw that Keldeo come in very clutch. So here we go into game number 2. This is best 2 out of 3. This was top 16 U.S. Nationals 2014. Looks like that is Tails. Looks like another coin flip. Another Tails. And double Dark Patch in hand too. Okay, Floatstone. He really wants to save the Muscle Bait. So double Dark Patch being discarded. Okay. And we see Verbeek City Gym coming down. So that Tropic will already take 30 damage. And oh my goodness, that hand, did you see it? It was so fast. But hold on, let's look at the hand one more time. And this is the problem with playing stage 2s. That Verbeek City Gym coming down, taking 30. And there we see Flygon, a Selgor, switch and a Sacred Ash. Oh no! After such a good game 2, we're going to game 3, and let's see what happens. Henry versus Daryl. I mean, that's just a lot. It's just the issues you play in stage 2s, even nowadays. So see that Mewtwo start from Henry. Oh my goodness. So it looks like he wanted to start that Mewtwo, right? It looks like he opted to start that Mewtwo because there's no way he drew 3 extra cards. So you know what? I'm gonna start Mewtwo here. I'm just gonna maybe put some quick X-Ball damage out. Maybe put that output out if need be. Chocolate Beach will come online. We can start beaching here. My guys are safe. DC's the Shelmet. And we'll just see a Tropical Beach drawn. You have 7 cards in the hand. Oh, I said he only plays 1 DC. He definitely plays 4 DC, Josh. I think I might have said he played 1 DC. That's crazy talk. It's a Cellgore deck. He plays 4 of them. I don't know what I was thinking. So once again, discarding the Garbodor. We don't need that card. Saying, hey, I want to rush in. I want to retreat. Yes, getting rid of abilities could be cute. It could be. But the issue is, if you have Garbodor down, and then Henry, he obviously plays tool movers. If he can remove the Floatstone off Garbodor and like knock out the Garbodor and the Keldeo the same turn, that is something he could probably maybe do. If he does that, so that could be a very scary turn because then like Henry can paralyze, or he can like even paralyze knock out the Keldeo, paralyze the active, and keep Garbodor on the field if he wants to. So we see Tropical Beach, the poison damage from the laser comes down. And on to Henry's turn. Let's see what Henry decides to do. Does he have a Rare Candy Flygon? Looks like we see a Skyla, Dowsing Machine. So we see a Skyla. Let's see what Skyla decides to get here. Could grab maybe a Lava Ball if he wants to. Maybe an Ultra Ball. So we see Ultra Ball going to discard 2. Get any Pokemon out. Let's see. Looks like he's going to discard a Skyla. Discard a Tropical Beach. Gonna grab a Flygon. Okay. So we got the Flygon. Do we see the Rare Candy? Imagine we do. Okay. So Rare Candy will come down. Now Mewtwo can start pumping out some damage. Once again, we're going to take our time. We're going to get set up. And we're just going to Tropical Beach. Which is very scary here. Because Daryl's going to have a DCE. Going to end. And he's going to start Evo Balling. No, he's going to Y-Cyclone here. Y-Cyclone is definitely the smarter play. It does 120. Which brings that Mewtwo up to 140. Yeah. So we'll see. Does Daryl find a Verbic City gem? There's a letter. I got 2 Dark Energies out of the deck. And probably, just wants to somehow get him the discard pile if need be. Maybe use that Dark Patch. Okay, 2 Darks go in the hand. Okay, no, we're going to go with the first attack here. Yeah, we're going to go with the first attack, okay. So we see a Cellgore, Shelmet. Oh my goodness, there's a lot coming out from Henry. This end for Henry is really good. Another DC attachment, Floatstone, and Tropical Beach. Just once again, hey, we're taking our turn. Yes, we're gonna give up this Mewtwo prize card. Is what Henry's saying. Henry's like, I'm fine. We're gonna let this get knocked out. Let Daryl take 2 prize cards. Right. We'll set up Flygon, and the damage is gonna start spreading. That damage is gonna start spreading. We see Dusknoir coming online. Very nice. Very, very nice, okay. We see an Ultra Ball from Henry, discarding it in. And what else does it discard here? And a Duskull, okay. And what? Okay, looks like he's not going to grab anything. Rare Candy. Into Flygon. So we got double Flygons now. Love Ball for another Cellgore, okay. And they receive an gonna put Daryl at 4 cards. Now, once again, Daryl can take a knockout. I think he used 2 lasers, though. Maybe he's used 1 for sure. The second game he used 2, so maybe he's only used 1. Alright, so we do see max potions in Henry's deck as well. So if Daryl never takes a knockout, that could be a big thing, too. So we see Poison, Sand Slammer, and we'll see the base 50. Everybody taking their damage. We do see Trubbish. Once again, I don't think you would have commit any damage at all, or any more Pokemon in the field, which is very scary. Alright, so we see the laser being played, hitting tails. Once again, I don't think Daryl needs to bench any more Pokemon. That's extra damage that your opponent will get to use. But he's in a bad situation right now. His hand is not very good. Those 4 cards definitely like did some damage. So we see the Russian. Okay. We'll see the Floodstone. And we see a Tropical Beach. Now, I think this right here was unfortunately a huge misplay on Daryl's part because he kept that Keldeo in the active spot. It would have been very different if he like rushed in and retreated to Darkrai and passed, but he kept this Keldeo in the active spot. And I think this is just unfortunately maybe just like maybe sleep or maybe Daryl just not knowing the match very well or what was going to come because now you have your main guy in the active spot, right? And if you paralyze that Keldeo, you can no longer rush in and retreat. Unless Daryl plays 2 of these. Now, if he plays 2 Keldeos, this is a different story. So we see Colress. Wow, Colress is going to get 6 new cards. And I imagine that's what the commentators are talking about right now. Like, Keldeo's in the active spot, and he's weak to grass, too. So that's going to hit for 100 this turn. We see a DC to Shelmet. We're going to see the damage being moved around a little bit. Make sure everybody has the same amount of damage on them. Usually that's what you kind of want to do when you're playing these decks. And we'll see the 1 go there. And I imagine Henry's got some like behind the scenes math. And we see another deck and cover. So he takes 100 from the poison. And then he sends his back up. And then he takes like the poison and the Sand Slammer. Now, like I said, the key thing to note now is that this Keldeo is stuck in the active spot. It does paralyze and poison. So that's not good. And we see a tail. And that's like Daryl's like 3rd or 4th laser at this point. This is not looking so good if you are a fan of Evital right now. Oh man, this Keldeo been stuck in the active spot. That Keldeo was still going to maybe get knocked out last turn. Because there was like 6, 12, 18. So it would have maybe got knocked out this turn. So, but that's still like a huge swing. All right, so on to Henry's turn. Let's see what he does here. He's gonna try to keep this Keldeo as long in the active position as he can. And now since there's like damage counters on the field, what he could do is like knock out this Trubbish with a Sand Slammer, making where Daryl can never get a Garbodor out. So that's actually a huge thing here. Let's see what else. Okay, so we see N. Henry's going to put Daryl down to 4. Just in case maybe there's a second Keldeo. Maybe, because he has Tropical Beach twice. It's very scary, right? So we'll see 6 price comes down from Henry. Another Shelmet come down. DC to the Shelmet. We'll see the retreat, deck and cover. And another 120 damage coming down. Taking the knockout for Trubbish, going down to 5. And now, I mean, look at the damage on the field. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. There's 360 damage on the field. And that right there, unfortunately, looks like it's going to be game unless Daryl can find himself another Keldeo. I don't know if Daryl plays 2 Keldeo. If not, it's pretty much be knocked lights out. And there's another Evital to take more damage from the Sand Slammer. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's enough on the field already as it is. And we'll see Tropical Beach damage will start stacking everywhere. And then now Henry can just like move the damage around. And there we go. Flygon taking the game. And I don't know. When's the last time we saw... Is this the last time we see a Stage 2 deck make top 8? I don't know if Henry makes top 8 or not. He either gets really, really close or bubbles out. I can't remember right now. But when's the last time you saw a Stage 2 deck? Okay, hold on. Hold on to what I'm saying. Outside of Gardevoir GX. Right? What's a 1 prize Stage 2 Pokemon? Right? Because we know Pyroar was one. Dusknoir, was played in a little bit of decks. But when was it when it was your main attacker? Right? Maybe Trevenant Break if you count that, right? But man, that's exciting. This shows like, hey, Stage 1, Stage 2 decks are viable. Look at, oh my goodness. Miss you guys. But yeah, there we go. There's Flygon versus Evital. Like I said, Evital was one of the powerhouses going into U.S. Nationals that time. So was Virizion Genesect. And like I said, the surprise deck was definitely Pyroar. And then we saw going into Worlds, Virizion Genesect definitely did its thing. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you want to see any decks or want me to commentate about, let me know. I'll commentate anything. Cities, states, regionals, worlds, internationals. That's one thing we haven't commentated just yet. So we'll see. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something new. We'll see you tomorrow for Expanded Thursday. Alrighty, bye.